Alright, everybody. Wow, okay, guys. Sorry, I need to make this video. Okay, okay, guys. This is a message to all drivers of Uber, Lyft, food delivery, anything you do in the gig economy. This is a message for you guys. So, really quickly, I literally just got back. I had to go to the grocery store and I was making a video, which I don't know if I uploaded, whenever I uploaded it, I don't know if it'll come out after this or before this. I was basically the idea of the video, I needed to go to the grocery store and I thought it would be cool to make a quick video on whether or not it would be cheaper or faster or a better experience to ride with Lime, the bird scooters. Here, I'll put a picture of what it looks like, or with Uber, and seeing which one's cheaper, which one's faster. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, Uber's probably gonna be cheaper, Uber's probably gonna be more expensive. But I was like, maybe Lyft or maybe Lime will be more expensive. I don't know. I've never ridden that far before. So, so I went and found my Lime, went to the grocery store, you know, doing a little fun video, you know, vlogging in public. Hey guys, you know, this is me. I'm doing like whatever, filming. Felt like an idiot pretty much, vlogging in public. Whatever, it's for you guys, you know, it's for the video. And then I go shop and, you know, it's super crowded, whatever. I'm already kind of have a headache, but I'm like, you know, shooting this video, trying to be all nice and happy. So I order my Uber. And the guy comes up and he has a 4.81 rating. And I'm thinking, okay, it's not that bad, but it's also not that good. You know, I know rideshare driver Dustin, he has like 4.85 or something. So I was like, yeah, I mean, whatever. You know, I know Dustin drives at night a lot. And when you drive at night, you know, you're gonna get 1 stars every now and then because people just are drunk and they don't like you, whatever. Emotions are high. So I figured, I don't know, maybe this guy drives a lot at night. So, oh, that's really loud. So I get into the car and I'm like, all right. So I sit in the front seat because I was gonna ask him if I could film him, if I could ask him a couple questions, you know, try to make the video a little bit more fun. Get in the front seat. I even have my grocery bag, so I put it in the front, in between my legs. I'm sitting up there. And I say, what's up, dude? And he's like, really nice. He's like, hey, how's it going? His car's really nice and fresh. And I'm like, why does this guy have 4.8 stars? Like, his car's really nice and he's really nice. So I'm like, whatever. And so we're driving and like, you know, I say, hey, what's up? How's it going? And he's like, I noticed he mentions God a couple times and Jesus, and which I don't really have anything against. Actually, I have nothing against God or Jesus. I don't have anything against any religion at all. But he mentions it, or political beliefs. You know, I'm the last person. If somebody wants to talk about politics, usually I don't have anything to say because I'm not that informed. But at the same time, I'm always down to have like a meaningful discussion. I don't like to argue. I will never argue about politics because I just don't think it's really that important, I guess. Important's not the right word because it is super important, but like, I don't think it's worth arguing over or getting mad at somebody about. You can argue with somebody all day, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to get mad at my uncle for believing for some person that I don't. I mean, who cares? Like, this is life. Anyways, so the guy he talks to me about God, Jesus, whatever. He's like, oh, what are you filming for? Because I asked him if he could be in the video, and he says no. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. Like, no worries. You know, not everyone likes to be on camera like me. You know, there's a lot of people out there, and he doesn't know where it's gonna go. Well, I tell him, but he still doesn't want to, whatever. And he asked me, what is it for? And I'm like, oh, you know, I make videos on Uber and Lyft. And he goes, ha 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 ha. Kind of creepy laugh, and I was like, why do you laugh? And he goes, no, it's not a bad thing. It's just, I just laugh because it's a natural reaction. He has a little bit of accent, so I'm doing a little accent. And I'm like, I think it's from like Africa or something. That was his accent. And I'm like, okay, like, what are your thoughts on it? What do you like? And he's just quiet, doesn't say anything. He's like, I'm like, I was like, you've been doing this a lot. Are you, is this your full-time thing? I've seen you done 3,000 rides, because it shows me in the app how many rides he's done. And he just goes, just silence. I'm like, dude, are you not gonna respond? I'm thinking that in my head. And then I say to him, I was like, what are your thoughts? Why did you start driving? I literally asked him 7 questions, and he doesn't answer any of them. After he's talking to me, I'm like, okay, does he just, I don't know. Anyways, gosh, I feel so sweaty, and after this, I feel like I want to shower again, because I'm trying to get up. Anyways, so then I finally asked him, why did you start driving for Uber? And he goes, look, he says, God made me. He said, God made me drive for Uber, and he says, God is making me drive for Uber, and now this is what I have to do with my life. I'm like, okay, interesting outlook, but sure, whatever. Maybe that's your belief. I don't know. And he goes, he's like, the Lord Jesus, blah, blah, blah. I don't know exactly what he's saying. I was trying to block it out, but he goes, the Lord Jesus, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, I don't know if you believe in God. And I'm like, well, I was like, I used to go to church, blah, blah, blah. And he cuts me off, and he goes, he's like, he's like, God, and he's like, I honestly was not really listening, but he was like yelling at me. I don't want to even butcher it, because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but he was like, basically, he was like yelling at me. He's like, have you ever seen someone die? I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna answer that, first of all, because you're like yelling at me, and I'm just literally just trying to get back to my house, and he's yelling at me, and he's like, have you ever seen someone die? And I'm like, so I don't answer it. He's like, isn't it crazy how you could know someone and then that person just dies? And I'm like, I guess so. And he's like, yeah, he's like, 1,000 years ago, there was people alive, and now boom, they're gone. And he goes, isn't it crazy how, like, you can just not believe in God? He's like, you need to believe just a little bit at least, and then boom, your life will change. And he's like, on and on. He's yelling at me about God, about how I need to believe, and how I'm not believe, I'm gonna die and go to hell. And about how he's like, he thinks it's crazy how people out there don't believe, and those people are evil. So he's like calling me evil, and like in my head, I'm like, now I know why he has 4.8 stars. Oh my gosh. So like basically, I don't want to get too far into like everything that happened. That's pretty much all happened, but I don't want to butcher all the details about what he said, because I actually respect Christianity a lot. I respect religion a lot. I respect people who are Buddhist, who are Muslim, who are, Jehovah's Witness, whatever you might believe in. I think it's fascinating. I don't necessarily, I can't believe in all of them, but like, I'm down to learn and have a discussion, but I really don't appreciate being yelled at and saying about how I'm evil and gonna go to hell if not, because I don't believe, I really don't believe that's what most religions teach. Well, maybe I'm wrong about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so basically the reason I wanted to make this video, because I want to say thank you to all of you guys watching this video, and all of you guys who are great, fantastic drivers who really value their passengers and treat their passengers with respect. During that ride, I was not treated with respect at all. And you know what I did? I mean, there wasn't much I could do except rate that driver 1 star. I never want to be paired with him again. And I want Uber to know that he's doing that, because they need to tell him, like, you can't treat your passengers, you can't, yell at your passengers and tell them they're gonna go to hell, because that's not what Uber created. That's not what Uber and Lyft create as a platform. And a lot of drivers out there, like, I know a lot of drivers and other YouTubers who complain about how Uber and Lyft hardly pay any money and blah blah blah, about how, I don't know, DoorDash and all these companies are you know, screwing over their drivers. And but for me, I'm always like, okay, well, how can we fix this? How can we provide the best possible experience? And I'm always, you know, telling people how to ways to combat that, ways to make more money, ways to enjoy it better. You know, drive during the day if you want a safer experience, like stuff like this. How to deal with insurance, how to deal with rideshare safety, and like I'm like painting the good picture, trying to tell people Uber and Lyft is a great opportunity. But like, I don't know, now I'm thinking maybe I need to rephrase my channel, because I don't know if I'm really telling you guys enough that, you know, there's certain things that you cannot do at all to your passengers. And I just wanted to say thank you to all the really good drivers out there. I know there are some drivers who one of you guys told me that I've heard some really good stories about how you know, one of your passengers was really drunk and you pulled over and you helped her out of the car to, you know, so I think somebody said you held her hair back or something. And so one of you guys said you carried her or helped her to the door. Somebody said, you know, oh, you know, every time I always open the door for my passengers. Someone's like, oh, you know, I have throw-up bags. And I've had countless stories, more than I can count on my fingers and toes, on amazing stories that I've heard from you guys. But you know, there are a couple out there who just pretty much have to ruin the experience. You know, if I wasn't such a big believer in Uber and Lyft, I would never take Uber again, just because of that guy, because of that experience. So sorry, this video, I'm rambling, and I know I wanted to vent and get this out there, because I feel like you guys are the best people to vent to, because you guys really understand how important it is to provide a good experience. And for all the people who's gonna thumbs down this video, and all the haters, all my haters, I have nothing else to say. I mean, no, this is not me being soft or light. I'm usually, you know, if drivers make mistakes, they make mistakes, you know. I understand there's no formal training or anything, but like, you can't go out and tell people that they're evil, and if they don't believe in your religion, then you're gonna go to hell. I know for sure that's something you can't do. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'm launching merch soon. The link should be in the description by the time this video comes out. Anyways, guys, you guys are amazing. You guys are the best. Make sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe, comment, and I will see you all next time. All right, bye, guys.